Out of duty, I became a health coach. It's not because I wanted to or anything. I like to disseminate a truth because medication and conventional practices are not making people healthy. They are keeping them at the bay or keeping them there, but we have to cure. I don't use the word cure. You have to reverse or make the person so healthy that the bimari goes away from the life. Simple.
Namaskar. Welcome to Golden Nuggets with Juhi. Golden Nuggets is very, very close to my heart because here we talk to very interesting people from all walks of life. These are conversations that really bring out a lot of perspectives. And perspectives in life bring clarity, and through clarity, it's joy. And only joy we create for ourselves and for others. Please like, subscribe, share. The more it reaches people who get inspired or they get clarity, it will really impact their lives. And that's the mission we are on. So our guest for today is Ravinder Sain ji. He's from Patiala. He's a health coach. He has personally coached more than 12,000 people. He has also helped through his social media channels and YouTube channels more than 30 lakh people. So his influence has been great. And the key takeaways from today's conversations are, a lot of health myths debunked, a lot of tips and advice on health that can really matter and change one's lives. So stay tuned, watch till the end. Thank you for your support always. So welcome Ravindra ji.
Thank you, ji.
And it is really a pleasure to have you with us on the podcast.
Ji.
The context of our podcast is that, we love to have conversations with people like yourselves. ऐसे तो कहाँ चांस मिलता है सर, इट इज़ मोर लाइक कभी कोचिंग ले लिया, कभी कुछ ले लिया, बट ऐसे टू गेट डीप डाइव इनटू समवन्स जर्नी एंड टू गेट टू नो समबडी सो वेल, इट ओनली हैपेंस थ्रू पॉडकास्ट.
जी.
सो आई एम रियली थ्रिल्ड टू हैव यू हियर. एंड आज लेट्स स्टार्ट बाय अंडरस्टैंडिंग अ जर्नी सर.
Sure.
What kind of inspired you to become a health coach, and what exactly is the health coach that you are?
Basically, the best way I can explain is when I understand something and I get results, it becomes a duty for me to make that information known to others. So I was very unhealthy. I had a fatty liver. I had pre-diabetes. My dad actually died because of diabetes. And I had a lot of issues with hormones. So when I found out that I have these problems and I was overweight, so I did research. I like to study. And I don't like medicine. I don't like the conventional new ways of handling weight and health problems. So मैंने अपने आप पे एक study की and I found out you can change food and change your weight drastically with zero side effects. So I did it as a program for weight loss. I never knew that it's going to help me fix my insulin resistance, which is a pre-diabetic condition, fatty liver and hormones. Within 1.5 months, all these 3 problems are gone. Within 4 months, I came from 91 to 65.
And ये सब आप अपने आप कर रहे थे?
जी.
मतलब without any guidance और हाँ ये अपने आप कर रहे थे?
100% on myself. I always, my best guinea pig is me. I never try it on anybody else. But what happened when somebody loses weight so much, a lot of people ask you questions. So people started asking me, people like my mom, my sister, my cousin Sala Sahab and one of my friend. So I did the diet for them. Indian style. I used to eat, pretty British style because living in South Africa, my meals were a little different. So I have to, change, tweak everything. Within 7 to 10 days, one of my very good lawyer friend who was diabetic for 7 to 10 years, his blood sugar dropped to a point that he called me. He said, "What is happening?" I said, "Are you still taking medication?" He said, "Yes." He was taking medication on the normal sugar. So his blood sugar went down and he stopped it that day. My mother, who was diagnosed with both the knees have to be replaced, we got her down 17 kilograms. That is 2018. Today is 2025.
Just for the context, आपने अपने आप पे कब किया ये सारा?
2018.
And if I may ask, पापा कब?
Dad died when I was 8. So that was 1989 somewhere.
So did it stay with you that many years that dad was diabetic and he passed away?
Like I knew that it's a problem, but I never thought it's a problem for me or in any way, any form. Because I never thought, I will get any kind of medical problems.
तो आप ऐसे सडनली कैसे जागे? इतना क्या हुआ कि भाई आप सडनली जागे और बोले मैं रिसर्च करता हूँ और अपने हाथ?
What happened? I have a very close friend. So I went to him in December 2017. He drastically came to a very good health. So he introduced me to a technology of eating, of a specific way of eating and special food groups which are making you sick. So he told me how to study or what to study, sorry. And I like to do how to study. So I studied it to a point where he was surprised to see me after 4 months. So he inspired me to look into the matter. And I was only looking as from weight loss perspective. So the result, when I coached my mom, आज तक उनके knees are same. We never had to get her knees replaced. My cousin, what do you call, brother-in-law, he had SGOT-PT problem all his life. 23, 24 years old guy. Never had problems with anything else. His fatty liver would not reverse.
तो जैसे SGOT, SGPT उनका हाई था, तो उनको क्या महसूस होता था?
He always had like inflammation. You feel a problem here. And there are a lot of signs when you have a fatty liver and inflammation. You have digestion issues, bad breath. You will have eyesight issues. You will have उनके बाल उड़ जाते हैं. That's also because liver breaks down protein. So 1.5 months later when he got his results, he was shocked. Those results were never normal. And then there was my sister, my own real sister, PCOD, PCOS. She, again, all of these people were thinking they're doing a weight loss program. And she used to get hospitalized at every period. Her problem completely solved. So then I realized that I have something better than just a weight loss program. I found out a very interesting thing that we can just change the food of a person and make him healthy and he can get off medication.
So this is very interesting, and यही होते हैं, I think from personal stories transformations begin, normally that's how things happen in life. And also I'm sure it must have been a little tougher program. इतना तो easy नहीं रहा होगा कि ये food छोड़ो, या what is the mechanism, what kind of mechanism do you use? First let's come to that and then the next question.
The mechanism is simple. When you see someone who has done very good change and the person is looking healthy, you want to be that person. Okay. That's how its influence works this way. So then that person's advice has an altitude over you. So you don't kintu parantu with it. You don't. But if no, you don't do that.
Correct.
You follow it. And me being a coach, I have been a life coach before that. So I have a certain way I can get someone to follow my diet who's living in US and Canada, who has never seen me ever, and he will do letter perfect what I will ask him to do. So usually that's how it works. So it was not tough for me to get the job done. But as you asked me the first question, when I got these results, out of duty, I became a health coach. It's not because I wanted to or anything. I do things out of a sense of duty. So let's say if you found out a very nice truth about this universe, wouldn't you like to disseminate it? That's how I did it. I like to disseminate a truth because medication and conventional practices are not making people healthy. They are keeping them at the bay or keeping them there, but we have to cure. I don't use the word cure. You have to reverse or make the person so healthy that the bimari goes away from the life. Simple.
So Ravindraji, it's very interesting, and in fact my husband Nishant, he's been also on an experimental mode last 3, 4, 5 years से, I think post COVID उनको suddenly बहुत interest आया
जी.
तो वो भी fasting camps में जाते हैं और बहुत कुछ करते हैं. तो मुझे थोड़ी curiosity है जानने के लिए, how do you coach people? What's your mechanism of making people healthier, so as to say?
Yeah, first thing, I don't like to send them somewhere which is away from their lifestyle. So I coach them where they are, because this is where they have to live all their life. You can go to a shiver or a camp, you will do very well there. Coming back, this is the life you have to lead. The food has to come from your kitchen. That's my first rule, because then you will not go on your normal diet, because this is your normal diet. You have to be coached for at least 4 to 6 months, so it becomes a pattern. And you have to be coached through the parties, the birthdays, the retirements, the bhog, whatever, because then you know how to get back also. So there will be a destination wedding, you will be gone for 3-4 days, how to get back into your routine, what to do if you have done cheating. So the whole point is it should be a lifestyle. Let me give you a very simple thing which people don't know. बीमारियां जिनको बीमारियां बोला जाता है, the ones which are blood pressure, diabetes, thyroid, fatty liver, PCOD, we are misinformed. They are not diseases, they are lifestyle disorders. If it was a disease, has it been a disease? You will get the pill, you will eat it for a month or 15 days, it will be done. So if a medication is not getting off, you have to eat it for life. It's not a disease, it's a lifestyle disorder. So both doctor and the patient are not working on the root cause. So if you have to understand me, I like to run for the root cause of the situation or the problem, rectify it, make it healthy, the rai ka pahad goes away. So it's very simple. You find the root cause, you make it healthy, and the bimari goes away. So when you treat the symptom with a pill, it's always going to be there. So root cause has to be found, is to be rectified. So that's what I like to do. I understand what's happening behind it.
You know, there's so much of information on social media, and there are many health coaches also. Everyone's trying to do their bit to kind of solve these lifestyle disorders. बहुत कंट्रीब्यूशन हो रहा है, बहुत लोग बहुत रिसर्च कर रहे हैं, सेल्फ रिसर्च जैसे आपने भी किया, बट कहीं ना कहीं वही सस्टेनेबल नहीं होता है. और जैसे आपने कहा कि भाई यही आपका कोर गोल रहता है कि सस्टेनेबल हो, एंड थ्रू लाइफ मुझे जो समझ में आता है, दीज नीड्स टू बी फॉलोड थ्रू लाइफ. इट कांट बी कि भाई 2 महीना 4 महीना कुछ कर लिया एंड देन यू गो बैक टू द normal life, है ना?
You can't do that. Basically, let me give you an example. You bought a diesel car. Would you put petrol in it?
No, of course not.
Okay. Would you put cola?
No, of course
Good. You will not try to do solar on it. Good. Your body has a fuel. The only problem is you never got the manual. So you put whatever you think so is right. So I have a slang. I made my own slang. हिंदी में वी विल से हर चबाने वाली चीज़ खाना नहीं होती.
बट हमारे यहाँ पे जैसे बड़े लोग सब ऐसे बोलते हैं, शुरू से ही खाते हुए आए हैं, दादी नानी खाते हुए आए हैं, रोटियाँ खाते हुए आए हैं, चावल खाते, सब चीज़ें खाते हुए आए हैं, तो अब ऐसा क्या हो गया सडनली?
Lifestyle changed to a point from both the angles, from the food also, from us also. We, as I make a joke, I said the day the scrolling started to count as calories, we will win. But the scrolling doesn't count as calorie count, right? We don't do any walking. We do no exercise. On the other hand, the food has corrupted to a point, it's all polluted. The wheat, which was very healthy for us, you should read a book called The Wheat Belly, Dr. William Davis. He explains how the wheat has corrupted to a point, it is actually poisonous for you. Same as rice. So the wheat, which was good for my grandfather or my dad, is poisonous for me. Wheat used to have 6 amino acids. Now it has only 2 amino acids, and both of them 6 hours after being made into atta get oxidized. So there is 0 amino acid left. It has more gluten than the wheat which used to be there. Gluten is the problem. People are gluten intolerant. So you cannot copy paste their food to our lifestyle. They never seen a cell phone. We get so much stress by just having the cell phone in our hand. And that cell phone, the stress, keeps triggering a hormone called cortisol. So you're always under stress, and then the food is also corrupted. So we cannot take their advice, like our Ayurvedic advice of that time, and have it here. Everything is genetically modified.
Correct.
Everything is preserved. Ajinomoto is pushed on you. People don't even know what is Ajinomoto, MSG. It's pushed on you, and it causes so much problem. So what I do, let me tell you how to confuse people so that you get unconfused. Give a person 2 conflicting viewpoints from authority. One should say you should eat atta. One should say you should not eat atta. You will be confused to a point, you will not follow anything. So that's what I do. I debunk myths with showing results.
बट आप बचपन से कुछ खाते हुए आते हो तो आपके लिए कंफर्ट फूड बन जाता है. कई बार हमें पता भी हो रहा होता है कि ये सही नहीं खा रहे हैं, चीनी सही नहीं खा रहे, बिकॉज समझ में तो आ गया है, बट वो तो कंफर्ट फूड है ना डॉक्टर.
You get coached into it and you do 20 to 25% change a day. And then I like when my client cheats after a month or a month and a half and he says, I feel like crap. He says it to me because I never realized this food is not good for me. Next day, he realizes. The day he cheats, he feels, "Aray wah, maza aa gaya, I'm cheating." Next day, he says, "Really, this is not good food for me." You know why he realized? Because he was clean. So when there is a dustbin, you put more dust in it, you feel nothing. So let me clean a system for a month or 2. Then you do a cheat, and you will feel, "My goodness, I feel brain fog." So the comfort food, it gives you serotonin or dopamine. What if you have serotonin and dopamine all the time? That's what I do. when you change the food, you see, nowadays it's very popular to say, this is your second brain. And it's true. Why? Gut gives constantly, every millisecond, your gut is informing the brain how I'm doing. So when you eat very bad food, have you seen, you feel like having a Coke or something. Why? The gut is reporting.
With pastas and with Indian food also.
True. So the reason why is gut is reporting I'm not happy. So the Coke is a little acidic. So it helps flush. Better than that would be apple cider vinegar at the time, and you will feel much better. Better than that would be not to eat that food in the first place. So I have to do a rectification. So what I would do, I would change your food and again, no drastic changes, never. Your comfort foods will not be comfort food after that. Like my clients always say, like the best part, I always ask, I do surveys all the time. So I ask my clients, what's the best part of our meal? He says salad. It takes 3 weeks, but the salad will be the most interesting part of your life because it has the most minerals, it has the most concentrated vitamins, they're called carotenoids, and you will enjoy it because that is actually giving your gut or your cells nutrition. Let me ask you a question. How long do you want to live? First, how well do you want to live? So you can live 90 on a bed. Is that
No.
good? So two of these questions, how long do you want to live and how well do you want to live?
And what does your day look like? What do you eat, drink, if you would like to share?
My day is pretty much production. So I love to, the best day, the best fasting day is when you're not at least 5 minutes free. Have you seen the person who's free thinks about eating? So when you're busiest, you don't eat. So I like to keep myself very occupied. Then I don't think of, so I love tea. So what I do, I don't take milk. I have special organic tea, which would not have the artificial pigmentations and colors, the patakas. So I will drink and I brew it. I don't boil it crazy. I brew it and I love my tea. So my meal is like salad. I start with a salad always because it's very simple. Let's say when you put the fuel in the body has to be able to receive it. So first I let myself get hungry, real hunger, not pretended hungry, not time hungry. So what happens inside, the cell is open. So the main concentrated minerals and vitamins are salad. So I always start with the salad. So the first thing which goes in is the vitamins, the minerals, the nutrition. Have you seen most of people when they eat, they don't feel satisfied. They have to eat a little bit good, a little bit meetha, something like that. So actually the cell is still unsaturated. So that's why even after having the 3 paranthas and dahi and lassi and dal, they're still little bit hungry. So that means the saturation never occurred. They have eaten, the cell is still unhappy. So they have to eat a little bit more to feel saturated. This is very wrong. This is pre-diabetes actually. Not to scare. At this moment, when I eat, to answer your question, I eat the nutritious part and I always eat protein in my meal because second most important thing in the body will be muscle. So I eat protein, not a very big amount, that's not good, but I eat, in every meal I will have some protein. And I don't eat carbohydrates, if you want to understand that. I don't like carbohydrates anymore. Since 2018, I have stopped.
You don't crave it also?
I don't crave it at all because you crave it when you have a deficiency. The moment you are potassium deficient, you will crave carbohydrates or sugar. So potassium is in the salad already. Anything green in the nature has potassium. So the moment the potassium is in, sugar, carbohydrates, not needed anymore. Yeah.
So, sir, what are the most common health misconceptions you encounter?
Yeah, the biggest one, which everybody will disagree, is you need a lot of water. That's the first biggest myth ever. So let me ask you, would you know better how thirsty I am, or would I know better how thirsty I am?
You would know better.
Good. So how can a health expert tell me you need to drink 7 to 10 glasses of water when I don't feel like even having half a cup or half a glass? So first lie or first myth is that too much water is needed. No. In winters, I don't even take 2 cups or 2 or 3 glasses. In the summer, I sweat a lot, 20 glasses. So what happens? Water has to be understood. Most of the people drink water which is called phoka pani, which is RO. So all the salts are gone. And you have to understand, water takes away salts from your body, even through sweat or through urine. So it calls for something called hyponatremia. Your body loses sodium to a point where you can actually have a coma. people have died because of excessive drinking of water. So first myth I break is you should drink water when your body asks for it. Subah utho 3 glass pani pee jao. Why? I was not thirsty. And whenever I drink RO water, I would like to put some pink salt in it so that it replenishes the salt it's going to take out of my body. So logical. That's why companies, when they sell water, they say mineralized water. So when a person who comes from a village, he drinks our water, city water, he says it is bitter because there's no mineral left in it. And when we drink a pond water, we say, meetha hai. It has the minerals.
Correct.
So pehli myth is water, too much water is not good for you actually.
Any other myth?
Yeah, there are a lot of myths depending upon. One of the myth is that let's say on the weight gain. So there is a myth that eating ghee or oil makes you fat. Biggest lie. It actually makes you slim. आपको पता है, like oil never goes into digestion. It becomes energy right away.
अच्छा.
Yeah.
Oil कौन से वाला oil?
Best oil is desi ghee and coconut oil. But there are good oils, olive oil, there are avocado oil. I don't like seed oils. Peanut oil is a seed oil. Sarson ka tel is also even a seed oil. Anyone who has inflammation should avoid seed oils. But because of money considerations or something, people use kachi ghee, mustard oil. They can, but make sure no family member has inflammation issues.
अभी a lot of talk has started on inflammations.
जी.
So थोड़ा inflammation के बारे में बताइए ना. What exactly is inflammation and how does one know that your body is inflamed or?
Okay, simplest example, because inflammation is not a cut and one word. Hindi, there is no word for inflammation. A lot of people say sojas. It's not. It's 1/3 of inflammation. So let me give you 2 ways of examples. You got sick. And after getting sick, you have whole body ache. That's inflammation. So what happened? A virus multiplied in your body. Your body's immune system did not realize it earlier. That's why it got viral. It got viral in your body. So now the moment body realized it discharges army, which is called white blood cells. And now they are fighting those cells. That fight causes inflammation. Another example, I twisted my wrist. It got swollen and red. So when I twisted, something got torn inside. Now the white blood cells, the mysteries are gone to work. That work, that tod bhan is creating inflammation. So now comes a new thing. So these guys don't explain to you completely. There's something called autoimmune. On autoimmune, the inflammation never stops because it is mistakenly thought there is a repair needed, but there was no repair needed. So let me give you an example. The army fought a war to a point, they forgot that the war is over. And they kept fighting. So that's called autoimmune. So let's say Hashimoto's, thyroid condition. So your body, autoimmune. Understand, auto is self. The immune system is killing self. So it has actually killed your own thyroid because it mislabeled your own thyroid as enemy. Your white blood cells went there and killed it. So all those inflammations, I don't believe inflammation weight loss connection this way. But of course, when you lose weight, your inflammation goes down because your autoimmunes reverse.
How does one choose? उनको कैसे पता चले कि कौन से कोच के पास जाना है, कौन जेन्युइन है? एक तो क्रेडिबिलिटी है, एक कॉम्पिटेंस है कि भाई नॉलेज सही तो है, एंड कौन मेरे लिए सही है?
It is a tricky question, but how do I do it? I look at the person, how healthy is he? Let's say if I have to choose a health coach. I remember I'm from Patiala, very small city. I couldn't find one doctor in my city who was not taking allopathic medicine. Even the Ayurvedic doctors and homeopaths were taking allopathic medicine. I said, you don't believe in your own pathy, boys. I don't want to trust you. So you giving me gully blues, like the homeopathic medicine, but you yourself taking allopathic medicine. That means you don't have trust in your own system. So the person should have trust in his own system. He should look healthy, not with the makeup, not with the surgery. He should look healthy. I look at energy. There are 2 kinds of energy, physical energy and you feel energy. So I look at the energy, I look at the person, and then I test his results. I want to see his results. I always get my clients to write me a testimonial and give me a success story. So I know a lot of people lies, like I say, 95% clients I fix. When you take a program, 95%. There are some cases I don't even take up. There are certain cases I don't like to lie to people. Why would I lie? I don't fix बीमारियां, I fix health. I never deal with negativity. So when choosing a coach, you actually evaluate the energy of the person, how healthy is he. His skin communicates most of the thing. Like Ayurveda, they looked at your face and they can tell what's happening here. It's so simple. So I evaluate the information, I evaluate the person, and I see how healthy is he, and energy. That matters to me a lot.
एनर्जी के बारे में जब आपने कहा ना तो इन दिनों आई एम हियरिंग ऑल्सो एंड आई नो लाइक माई ब्रदर टॉक्स टू मी अलॉट एंड ही वुड ऑलवेज से अर्लियर ही वुड से दैट यू नो जूही इट्स नॉट अबाउट मैनेजिंग टाइम, इट्स अबाउट मैनेजिंग योर एनर्जी. अगर आपकी एनर्जी सही रहेगी तो आप बहुत कुछ कर पाओगे, प्रोडक्टिव हो पाओगे. रिसेंट ईयर्स आई हैव स्टार्टेड रियलाइजिंग दैट फूड प्लेज अ ह्यूज रोल in managing your energy. It needs more deliberation, it needs more focus and purpose to kind of, you know, become more energetic, become more productive, because there's so much to do in the world.
Basically, let me ask you a question. When you have a goal and you have made a commitment with yourself that everything else which will stop you from that goal is a distraction, your energy is handled. So if you have a goal, let's say to lose weight, because you have a very big film with Amitabh Bachchan, let me give you the magnitude. It matters that there is 3 months time you have and you have to lose 16 kgs because Amitabh Bachchan has a date for you. Everything else is a distraction for you. That's how I like to live my life. Your energy is fixed. The moment you have this handled, your energy is fixed. So अर्जुन को पूछता है कि क्या दिखता है गुरु, वो कहता है सिर्फ मछली की आँख दिखती है. Everything else is the distraction. So your goal, the moment you have fixed with your coach or yourself, this is a thing you do with yourself. There's no किंतु परंतु, there's no plan B or C in it. There's only plan A. I have to.
क्या करना है तो करना है.
Then if you live your life this way, you will not need any coach or energy. Everything is a distraction at the moment. So you'll make it go right.
Right. Correct.
That's simple.
Nice. I also see that you have a YouTube channel, and with what goal did you start the channel, and what was the purpose, and how is it impacting your journey of coaching?
There's a concept called exchange. So businesses always works on exchange. So if you give me a call and you want my personal opinion on your advice, I would always take your opinion or advice and I'll pay you. But there are people who cannot afford. So I follow Sikhism, and Sikhism has a rule that 10% of your income should be a donation. Dasand bolte hain usko. So I thought, how can I give dasand from my bank of information? So my YouTube channel is that dasand. The one who can't afford health coaching, who says, Ravinder, it's expensive. And I say, I totally understand. But here's a channel, unrefined, uncut information. But if you want my personal consultation, it is charged, but you can't afford it, no problem. I have people who call me from Dubai who have seen one video and transform their life and actually feel so good than a client who paid. So I do a YouTube live, usually on Saturdays, and Sunday morning, every Sunday morning, I try to do a seminar at my home. People come from far away. People like Patiala, I've gotten people from Hisar, Ganganagar to come and even if there are 4 people, I'm okay. So if you're really thirsty, you will. Right? So my YouTube channel's main purpose is to reach people.
People who are on YouTube or Facebook Live, they say, मुझे कितने लोग देख रहे हैं उससे मतलब नहीं है, मेरा काम है देना. और अगर 1 या 2 बंदों को भी फायदा हो गया, so that's what we are looking at. It is about transforming one life at a time. You know?
And you see, like as you say, हंसी मजाक वाले चैनल चलते हैं. But there are very few who want to be healthy. I want to reach them. The one who actually care about health, whose purpose is a better purpose. You know, like, let me ask you a question. How long you want your husband to live?
I want him to live meaningfully well, healthy, acha life.
So those people, we want to contact them. The one who matter to you or the one who matters to himself. And we want to help them be healthy and be at the top of their health. And actually, these are the people who want to help others also. Have you seen that? The one, they are responsible people. They're responsible. So when you're responsible, you're not only responsible for self. You feel like somehow a passion, a duty towards others also. So I want to reach those people. Doesn't matter 1,000 people watch it, 5 बंदे देख रहे हैं कि 5 लाख देख रहे हैं. We want to reach those who are responsible towards themselves and responsible towards others. That's the goal here.
जैसे आपने अपने घर में तो बताया कि इनको फ़ायदा हुआ, मम्मी को फ़ायदा हुआ, सिस्टर को फ़ायदा हुआ. एक रियल लाइफ केस स्टडी ऑफ एनी क्लाइंट जिसका ट्रिमेंडस कोई ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हुआ?
परसों सुबह हुआ है, परसों सुबह.
अच्छा.
So one of our client, she was not able to get pregnant and they were having hard time. So they have done everything allopathy has done, and like husband had very good faith in us. Wife was like, okay, let's do it.
You knew that results आ सकते हैं like
अरे हमें पता 100%.
अच्छा.
So परसों सुबह she called me and she was pregnant.
Oh.
She was trying to get pregnant from ages and she said, I never knew it can be so fast. Ravinder, it's miraculous.
कितना टाइम अपने
Less than 1.5 months. Her prolactin was always high. So she was trying, doctors were trying with hormones to handle it. They don't know the root cause. So this is one example. Imagine somebody calls you and says, Ravinder, आज मुझे इंसुलिन की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ी. I'm so surprised. मेरी blood sugar normal है मैं जब उठा. This happened near Jaipur actually, few days ago.
Oh.
So the guy, let me give you another story. Yeah, this is, I'm not going to mention every client's name. So this guy is very well-known guy. And he doesn't go allopathic doctors, he goes to Ayurvedic doctor. The top Ayurvedic doctor refused to take his case. He says, I've never seen a case like that your blood sugar is higher in the morning and lower at afternoon and you don't have a BP condition. He says, these three factors don't align, so your case never makes sense to me. I looked at him and I said, it's called Dawn effect, DAWN. He said, what's that? I said, it's a liver problem. It's not a blood sugar problem. He says, what can we do? I said, 3 weeks max. You will not need any kind of medication, but we will need 6 months to fix the underlying root cause. This morning, his blood sugar, his used to be 250 every morning. He reported 97.
Oh my
I have a message in
God.
my phone and he says, thank you very much.
That is brilliant.
So every day we do miracles. Let me tell you, I don't take the credit. I can't say we do miracles. My clients do the miracle of healing self. So anytime a coach says, I can fix you physically, it's a lie. The only power is within you and the God. I can help you reach that power because you are actually every day tampering with that God with wrong energies. So the moment the energy or the fuel is right, your inner self-healing goes multifolds. Like I give you another case history. The guy got cut with you know the guy actually. I'm not going to mention his name. He got such a deep cut. The doctor said, it's impossible to even sew it or something. 3 days later, when he got the band-aid off, he said, I have never seen recovery that fast in my life ever. Ever. The word was used, ever. So your healing can be enhanced, but you have to treat this temple in a nice way. Basically, that's all it is. So I never tell my client or anybody who follows me to be serious about this body.
it has to be done very...
Imagine trying to drive a car seriously. You will actually have accidents.
It's beautiful, very recently I came across this thing that it is not focus, it is flow.
Yeah.
In a state of flow, you make miracles happen.
Yeah.
It's not in a state of focus. So that's what I think you're talking about. It has to be in a state of flow. कि अभी natural है. और ये natural चीजें हैं. अपन ने गलत चीजें imbibe कर लिया है वो सालों से conditioning के through. But yeah, I think I totally agree.
We have to put our attention on the positivity.
Correct.
And we never go serious on any subject. Seriousness means slow. Seriousness means stop. So we like motion. We like to do things fast. So again, when I make someone healthy, लोग बोलते 2 महीने में क्या हो जाएगा? मैंने कहा आप हैरान हो जाओगे 2 महीने में क्या हो जाएगा. I like speed. People give up a program when there is no results after 7 days. I've seen it. So you have to give them results within 7 days, without medicine, without weight loss products or anything, just with home food. And it has to be a sustainable program. That's how it works.
What is some health tip or advice you would wish that everyone knew earlier? मतलब पता होना चाहिए था लोगों को.
So until or unless you're really hungry, don't put food in the body. It's such a simple advice, but it takes so much to grasp it. We are conditioned to eat 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
Correct.
So this is wrong. How can this tell me, or the position of the sun tell me I'm hungry? I'm the perceptive being. That's how I can samvedansheel. So if I'm hungry, I will ask for food. So the best advice is the simplest advice. Don't eat when you are not hungry.
Simple things are profound.
Yeah.
How do you tailor your advice from younger people to older people? So is it the same?
Never. No, it's never the same. Every person is different. Every person has different needs. From a kid's perspective, you cannot stop a lot of things for him. He will feel like he has not even started to live and you stopped. From an adult, it will be different. For a elderly person, it will be different. So again, it has to be something he can follow for the rest of his life. I cannot force my son to stop sugar. I realized it when in 2018. You see, so when I was in 30s somewhere, how can I have no right to enforce? It took my wife 3 years to listen to me. And it will take 7 years or 10 years or 15 years for my son to listen to me. So lead by example.
Correct.
Never put a gun on somebody's head and tell him to take this medicine or accelerate, it will fix it. No, it will not. It will become automatically poison. So lead by example.
So defy it also, no? Then children want to go into a rebel mode because they are seeing it happening everywhere. So you have to have either boundaries or little bit here and there. You can just ask them or request them, I think. But other than that, I don't think.
The rule is my son can tell me anything and he will not be reprimanded for it. First rule. He should have the best confidence in me and my wife. Now we have clients like 6-year-old diabetic from Australia taking insulin. I asked the mother point blank that I don't want you to enforce diet on her. If she is going to do it, I'm going to help you. Otherwise, I don't need the money. Both of them gave me agreement. She is from 23 units, 12 and a half today.
Wow.
But it works with agreements. Never in your life agreement थोपा हुआ agreement नहीं होता.
विलिंगनेस होना पड़ेगा.
उसके बिना किसी को कोच नहीं करते हम. मेरे पास आते हैं, वाइफ बोलेगी हस्बैंड को पतला करना है. He feels he's all right. मैं कहूँगा मैम मैं आपको ठीक कर सकता हूँ. I cannot fix him. You are wanting, he's not. So this is works with agreements. Never.
So we come to the last part of our podcast, which is the golden nuggets round.
ठीक है.
So these are small short questions and you can either call them rapid fire also, you can call them golden nuggets also, we can pick up some nuggets. So your favorite healthy Indian dish?
Chana chaat. If I have to be vegetarian.
Gym or yoga?
Gym or yoga, never gym. I don't like the oxygen levels there. I would do yoga.
So there's also Pilates. What do you
It's
think?
okay. Pilates is very good. Yes.
One health habit you can't live without.
Fasting.
You can't live without.
Yeah, I can't live without it.
How often do you do it?
I do every day.
How long have you gone without eating? Like fasting? How many days of fasting?
186 hours, 7 plus to 8 days almost.
Biggest health myth you've debunked?
Food gives you energy. It's the biggest myth. Food actually makes you slow. You need tea after food and people need sleep after food. So food gives you energy is the biggest myth.
So the last question, your go-to stress buster?
Walk. The best, the cheapest advice for any problem in the world is walk. If you read any good artist's book for inspiration, they walk. I've seen 𝐾𝐲 few times myself walking on the beach. Every big person, every big celebrity, they emphasize one of the simplest things, walk. And you should not have your earpods, not a person who chats. Walk is to extrovert. So let me tell you, this is so simple. What is inside has happened. What is outside is occurring now. So should I close my eyes and look inside? Wrong advice. Future is out there, not in here. Inside is negative, happened, done, dusted. So walk can handle anything. So you should walk.
Very nice. So with that, we come to an end. I want to understand how did you feel speaking about all of this?
No, I feel lovely because you see, it's called exchange of ideas. So we exchange ideas. It's called communication. And I like it because with your way or with you, a lot of people will understand the communication. It took me some time to understand this subject, to get to the people. And of course, with your help, if I can tell people how to be healthy, it's lovely.
And how would, if anybody after watching the podcast, they would like to reach you out, probably you can share your email ID. Which is the best way to reach?
I like to take straight phone calls or messages, but because I'm busy, so WhatsApp, like if anybody wants to reach me, I'm giving my personal number. I don't never mind. But it has to be WhatsApp message because I can't take calls so many times. So you WhatsApp me your name, your age, your problem, your height, your weight. I'll get back to you 100%. It's simple, 9888-475-000. 99% of the times I pick it up myself, but I don't like to take so many calls. I'm with someone, I don't like communication broken. So WhatsApp is preferred.
So with that, we close the conversation.
Sure.
and would like to have another one with you maybe sometime sooner.
Sure.
Thank you so much, health coach Ravinder ji.
Ji.
And namaste.
Ji, namaste ji. Most welcome.